You're still watching Ways. Today is National Handshake Day, a holiday that takes a closer look at the act of shaking another person's hand. Now, in the wake of COVID-19, one could argue that the act of shaking hands is dead. But it's important to celebrate more for what it stands for as opposed to the physical act itself. The handshake is one of the oldest greetings done by mankind to show goodwill to a person. Celebrated on the fourth Thursday of June since 2005, it pays homage to the multi-generational ritual of using the handshake to reach out and welcome others and offer a gesture of friendship, peace, and forgiveness. You would agree with me that we could certainly use more friendship, peace, and forgiveness in these divisive times. Totally agree. I mean, when I saw this, I thought, handshake, is it relevant? Should we talk about it? You know, maybe more like, you know, world
elbow shake,
fist bump day, or you know, elbow tap. But it's so important. I mean, just that first impression of a firm handshake. It says so much.
You know, back in the days when they said you can tell a lot about a person with a handshake. Absolutely, correct? Yes. So it's still part of our society. It's just something that we should do. Even in the wake of COVID, I think it's something we should still.
People are still doing it.
Yes, especially if you have your hand sanitizer.
Sometimes you just forget. Yeah. You see someone you haven't said, oh, good to see, and then you remember, oh, COVID.
Oh, then you
but prior to COVID, I've never been a handshake person.
I've always been a handshake.
Yes. I don't.
No, I'm a shaker.
So I didn't really miss it. I've not missed that part of my life.
I'm a hugger, but I think I still shake.
I think it's masculine to shake.
I shake.
It's not.
I think it's masculine for me. I think it's a
your handshake says a lot about you.
Yes.
There are even types of handshake. There's the dead fish. Like, I don't want to shake you. So I do
just in case.
The tip.
And then there's the bumper, you know, the one that instills confidence in, you know, oh, this person is...
A grip.
So it says a lot.
I'm a hugger. For me, my own hug has different levels. Side, full, like this, different kinds of hugs.
So we're not going to shake, but let's make sure that we keep the goodwill going.
Absolutely.
So let's get on to what we found in the news. I'll start from Noma. What did you find for us?
Okay, so there's the wake of this controversy about a 21-year-old UNILAG student that killed or is alleged to have poisoned and murdered the CEO of Super TV. And this has been raising a lot of, you know, thoughts, and people are just talking. There's a lot of controversy going on. So they say that she stabbed him several times in the thigh, neck, and so on, and then used his ATM card to withdraw funds, and somehow that the only person that came to visit her in the Airbnb apartment where they were was some carrier who came to deliver probably the poison that she used for him. But there's also the controversy that say, or people who have said that it can't be true because of the person that Mr. Osinbajo was, that he was a very respectable person, that he could not have been found in a place like that doing whatever they said they were doing. So it's still unfolding, let me put it that way, but there's the thought that it might be business partners, or it might be that somehow there's this conspiracy going on that people are not sure. But for now, the girl, the 21-year-old Chidima, is the one that is being accused.
But she's
confessed.
But she's owned up to it.
Well, all of that could unfold, yes, but there's still doubt.
Investigation continues.
There's still doubt, so the investigation is still going on, but it's really sad. It's really sad because I heard that it was it was like a breakthrough company or thing that they were going to do with the company, Super TV, somewhat like Netflix, making viewing almost free. And so the controversy is there that it would have run some businesses out of the way. So somehow everything
maybe the lady might have been a bait to
something like
just
that,
to deflect from what the real issues are.
Nobody really knows, but that's what is in the news, and people are still speculating. I heard one or two people, funny enough, I spoke to someone this evening who probably knows him up close and says that it could not be possible. So I'm like, okay.
Well, the story will unfold and we'll see.
But it's very sad.
It is
because
sad.
his birthday was, I hear some
few days
on Wednesday.
His 50th birthday.
He's supposed to be 50, and your life is just cut short in a brutal way. It's terrible.
So sad.
And it's heartbreaking.
Well, may his soul rest in peace.
And condolences to his family.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Issy, what have you found for us?
Okay, this story struck me because we're talking about patriarchy, and it's kind of related to patriarchy because a former legislator who is called, her name is Nimota Ibrahim. She said that sexual harassment is militating against, is a problem in Nigerian politics, So the headline, which says, sexual harassment militating against women in politics, says legislator, was what actually struck my attention. So it says a former member of Kwara State House of Assembly, Nimota Ibrahim, has said sexual harassment from the male folk was part of the challenges confronting female politicians in Nigeria. And she also said that the fact that they also come out late nights at all times in the day or at night to have their meetings also, you know, makes the female politicians have less time or will not be able to participate in political activities, basically. So based on all of these, patriarchy still comes to play because they will not be able to express themselves or be able to participate in politics the way they would really want to. So she's also encouraging women to also step up and participate in politics, irrelevant of what is happening in the system.
Okay. My story is very short.
Yes, it's short.
The vice president finally found his voice, and because
was he looking for it?
For years he's been very quiet, especially when, you know, issues of national interest that you would have, you know,
thought that he would lend his voice to.
Because apart from the fact that he's vice president of Nigeria, he is a professor of law and is senior advocate of Nigeria at that. You know, so there are issues of national interest that I would always have loved to hear him, but he's always mute. But somehow,
How did he find
well, he went to a traditional ruler's palace, I think in Ekiti or something, and as usual, they were promising security. We will secure the lives of Nigeria. He went there to say,
we're waiting for action.
You know, the story actually, what I was even going to get from the story is, he was talking about, his emphasis was on the military. They were going to get weapons, ammunitions, and all that for the military. But I would say that security challenges we have in Nigeria is a bit local. So the military cannot really handle. I think
that we should leave.
No, wait, no, not just the vice president. I'm talking about the security situation. He was hammering on the militarization of all this and all. And I would say that I think we need to start from community policing. That will go a long way.
Take this topic
not the military. Yes, we are running out of time. Yes.
I'll quickly take my story. So mine says, CBN, farmers move to reduce the price of rice. So the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Rice Farmers Association have concluded plans to distribute 27,000 metric tons of rice paddies directly to millers nationwide. So hopefully this will bring down food prices. The government is really trying their best to, well, they say they're trying their best.
Exactly, right, I like that.
to impact food prices, but I mean, at this point in time, anything is a win. I hope that it trickles down and we feel the effects very quickly. But we wait and see what will happen in the different states where we have rice farming going on. So yeah, I think that we will take a break now and we'll be right back.